Hello, and welcome back to another closing ceremony of a Chainlink Hackathon, the Chainlink Spring 2022 Hackathon. How's everybody doing? Welcome, GM, GM, whatever time frame you're in, whatever time zone you're in. Welcome to the Chainlink Hackathon closing ceremony. Can you really believe it's already over? I feel like last month and a half absolutely flew by. How's everybody in the chat doing? My mic quality is very low. Well, let's maybe move that a little bit closer. Thank you for the ping there. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. Welcome. Let me just double check that I'm using the right mic. Yep, we're using the right mic. Yeah, absolutely. Way too fast, hard to believe. And now it's time to announce some winners. But even before we announce winners, even before we go into all that stuff, and I know I'm going to say thank you in a little bit, I want to give another massive thank you to everybody here. I know a lot of you came to this new. There were new challenges here. There were new development tools you worked with. There were new problems you solved, and I'm just so proud of everybody here. And I know we've had a ton of fun. Right? These hackathons are great places to win prizes, great places to learn from some of the best in the industry, but they're also places to have a ton of fun and learn and network and meet people. That's really what these events are about. Prizes are kind of a nice addition. So I hope everybody had fun. I hope everybody learned an absolute ton. And I'm excited to get into this closing ceremony. So glad seeing people are doing. I see you all in the chat. Hello. Yes, the 32-hour also dropped, which was great. Let's jump in to this closing ceremony. Why not? And let me flip back to me real quick. And something that we did a little bit differently for this closing ceremony. Normally, we always tell the prize winners beforehand, for the main prize winners, and they're backstage with us, kind of like waiting for them to be announced. Then they'll jump on and give their spiel. This year, we mixed it up. We didn't tell anybody. That they won a major prize. So nobody knows. Nobody has any idea who the winners are. So, and I want to give a huge thank you to everybody. I know we pushed back the original date to today from Monday. It was really hard to judge, over 300 projects in just a week. So thank you for coming and joining with us on Wednesday instead of Monday. There were so many projects to judge. It was an absolute blast. So, and with that being said, let's jump in to the presentation here. Let's jump in to this closing ceremony for the Spring Hackathon 2022. Woo! I hope everybody had fun because I had a blast. I had an absolute blast. We had like so many workshops. This was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'm building a little bit of the hype here. Yep, a little bit of the hype here. But again, the main takeaway from this hackathon is we had fun. We learned a ton, right? And the prizes are kind of a nice to have. So let's jump in, and congrats to everybody who participated. That's the real takeaway here. So Spring Hackathon, it's come to a close. It's come to a close here. And once again, I see I already have a thank you slide in here. Huge thank you to everybody. I'm going to put myself in real quick. It's everybody who participates. It's everybody here that makes these hackathons so fun, that make this industry come to life. Without us, without the builders, the space is nothing. So huge thank you for being part of it. Huge thank you for joining us in this journey. And a huge thank you to all the people who made this possible, right? There's a ton of people, going on backstage. If you spoke to Melody, if you spoke to any of the developer advocates, any of the marketing teams, any of the sponsoring or participating technologies, there are a ton of people that go into making these possible. So just a huge thank you to all of them, and a huge thank you to everybody who participated, of course, and everybody who submitted here. So just thank yous all around. Just thank yous all around. And of course, thank you to all our amazing, I'm going to move my mic again, our amazing judges and speakers that made this possible. There's just so many people that put these together, that make these come to life. So just an absolute huge thank you to everybody. Everybody who participated, either as a judge or a participant, it doesn't matter. Just huge thank you all around. And a massive thank you to Melody for leading us through the charge. Thank you, Melody, very much. And with that being said, let's talk about this year. Let's talk about this hackathon. So we had over 8,000 signups, which just in signups alone is a record. This is the largest hackathon that we've ever had, and it's one of the largest hackathons in the blockchain space. There were about 308 amazing projects, and yes, this is literally the largest hackathon we've ever put on. Just every year, every hackathon just gets better and better. You all get better and better at engineering. More people join, more people get excited. So just another huge thank you, and we are so excited to keep seeing these hackathon suites grow, and just people getting more and more excited. And so let's jump into a big reason why a lot of people are here to talk about some prizes. Now, I do want to do a quick point something out real quick. Not all of the sponsors were able to judge in a week. Like I said, it is incredibly hard to judge that many products in a week. So we're just going to be announcing the ones that were able to judge in that time frame. And then once the rest get judged, once the rest of the projects get judged, once the rest of the sponsors judge the rest of the projects, then we'll kind of intermittently announce those and so forth. So, and on prize distribution, for those of you who do win prizes, which again is kind of a nice to have, for those of you who do win prizes, give at least a month for prizes to go through. There's generally a lot of like getting approvals and talking to people about making sure money goes to the right place. So give at least a month for the prizes to get distributed. So with that, we want to rattle some off here. We don't have time, unfortunately, to go through every single amazing project, but my head's kind of in the way, but we can list them here on the screen for you. And we're going to be announcing the Chainlink top quality prizes here. Now, there's 40 of these, and these are eligible for $750 in Chainlink token. So if you see your project on the screen, you are a top quality prize. And this is kind of that prize where it's saying, hey, this project was absolutely phenomenal. This project was really, really cool. And we just want to give them some recognition. So the Chainlink top quality prizes are this massive list. So huge congratulations to everybody on this list. And let me move myself out of the way. Huge congratulations to everybody who's on this list. If you see yourself here, great. If you don't see yourself here, that's okay, because the prizes are kind of a nice to have anyways. It's all about the learning, but a huge shout out to everybody who's on this list. You all did absolutely phenomenal. Your projects were really, really cool. And we absolutely wanted to give some recognition here. So huge shout out. Everybody here is equivalent to $750 in link. Yeah, I'm seeing some shout outs in the chat already. Absolutely love it. Huge shout out here. And now we're going to jump right into some sponsor prizes, right? So it says like 2.5 hours on the schedule. We're going to make this a lot quicker. So Trueflation had 3 prizes to give out. $5,000, $3,000, and $2,000. The winning prizes were in Flauton. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Plantion and iBond. So huge congratulations to those 3 projects for winning the Trueflation sponsor prizes. Now, we're going to go into the Morales sponsor prizes, which, if you were paying attention, they actually already announced their winners, which is fantastic. So Morales, first place of $7,500 goes to TaxMe, and then second place is, Web3 Reputation Oracle with another $7,500 prize. So huge congratulations to both of these projects for winning the Morales prizes. Now, Morales actually had some more prizes. So the next Morales winner was the Morales Metaverse winner, and I didn't put the monetary amount on here, but it's on their Twitter. Goes to Shootball for their fantastic Metaverse project. Very, very cool. And then finally, the pool prizes. These were prizes that Morales said use their technology in a meaningful manner and are awarded a prize distributed amongst all of these projects. So ton of projects here. All of them did fantastic. Absolutely huge congratulations to everybody who's here for winning a Morales pool prize. Now, we're going to jump right into the Filecoin prizes. Filecoin had a ton of prizes. Filecoin was one of the major protocols helping make this hackathon come to life. So just, again, a huge shout out to Filecoin. Also, another huge shout out to Polkadot, who haven't been able to judge the projects yet, but they will, because both of those protocols were offering $75,000 for this hackathon, which is just fantastic to see. So for the Filecoin first prize, the Storage Wizard, who used Filecoin or IPFS in a very important way, is going to go to Gummies, Geo NFT, and Newsic. So huge congratulations to the three of you. $10,000, $7,500, and $5,000 for each one of you. For the DeFi magicians, we have Metaphor Swap and Speculate. Oh, and for those of you who are watching this, yes, these will all go up on the dev post probably by the end of the day, so you can see who won each project. So you can check all these out on dev post after this presentation, probably sometime at the end of the day. Filecoin Social Good, $5,000 to Endeavor and $2,500 to S Chain. A huge congratulations to the two of them. And yes, I just saw somebody in the chat saying, "Hey, didn't Music win last year?" So Music made some new stuff this year, and they just did really well again. So Music made some new stuff, which is really cool. Same team, same, and you can do that, right? You can create new stuff and just be the same team, which is cool. On the tools, we have Discharge, NFT Storage Helper, and Encryption Pinner. These were all fantastic projects who built really cool tooling for the Filecoin for the IPFS industry. And then for gaming, metaverse, DAOs, and NFTs, we had Into the Verse Metaverse Land Sale and Coolink. So these were the two winners for the gaming, metaverse, DAOs, and NFT. Both very cool projects in the gaming metaverse using Filecoin, which is absolutely fantastic. And then IPFS it, the project that used IPFS in a really cool way. YouTube DL Dweb. I'm definitely pronouncing Dweb wrong, but it's really cool. So YouTube DL was this package that had a lot of controversy going on, and they just stuck on IPFS and did some other really cool things with it to make it much more censorship resistant, which is fantastic. And last Filecoin project, best hack project that we use every day. They use IPFS, Filecoin, and libp2p is dPasswords. $5,000 to dPassword. Congratulations there. Huge congratulations to all of these projects for Filecoin. And like I said, projects and technologies not announced here will be followed up via email, probably on Twitter as well, from projects. So those are the only sponsor prizes that we're going to be announcing here. So a lot of them aren't going to be announced here because, like I said, they only had a week to judge, 350 some odd projects. So really quick amount of time to go through that. Now, with that being said, it's time to jump into some of the Chainlink main prizes. So we have the Chainlink Grand Prize, $40,000. Chainlink NFT and Gaming, $25,000. Chainlink DeFi, $25,000. Chainlink DAO, $20,000. Social Impact, $20,000. Women in Tech, $20,000. Services, $10,000, $7,500, and $5,000. So for a lot of people, you automatically got opted into these prizes. So some people were a little bit confused, saying, "Hey, like I don't know if I apply for the grand prize or not." You did. Just by submitting to the hackathon, you were submitted into the grand prize here. So we're gonna get started with some of the winners. And remember, nobody knows who these are. There's nobody backstage with me. This is gonna be the first time these winners are announced. So you're all here to witness them being announced for the first time. So with that being said, let's jump in. Let's do our first winner, our first major prize winner, which is going to be the NFT and Gaming prize. And this is going to go to Music. Huge congratulations for Music. They made some major modifications, some major new stuff on their Music protocol, and they just absolutely crushed it. So what we're going to be doing, instead of us having them come up and talk, we're going to play their video, which explains it really well, what the protocol is doing. And let me switch over to that. And then let me know if you can hear the audio. I think I did something a little different this time. Oh, and I might have spoiled some stuff, but it's okay.
1969.
Sorry, 1 second here. Sorry about that. All right, we're good now.
On the track Amen Brother, soul band The Winstons recorded drummer Gregory C. Coleman playing a 4-bar solo that has gone on to be sampled thousands of times in popular music, the Amen break. Initially popularized through sampling in hip-hop by groups like NWA, the Amen break went on to define a generation of music, being featured in everything from the Futurama soundtrack to Slipknot tracks to pop remixes and EDM. Unfortunately, Gregory C. Coleman wasn't paid a cent for his enormous impact on music, and in 2006 he died homeless and destitute on the streets of Atlanta. At the time of recording, the technology just didn't exist to track this original sample across the thousands of pieces of music it was used on. But today, we have blockchains, immutable timestamps at the point of creation, and encrypted, decentralized distribution for Web3. It's time for the next generation of music. It's time for music. What's going on, guys? I'm going to show you how to upload a track and validate it with proof of creation. So first, we're going to enter the important metadata about the track. I've got the track here. I can play it. Yep, that's my track. Check out this is the audio fingerprint. So that's a spectrogram of the recording itself. And now I'm going to annotate it. I've switched over to a virtual machine because I've got the blockchain running from here. Now I'm going to upload the stems to validate the proof of creation. So I'm going to pick out these stem files here. I'll make sure these are all labeled correctly. So we've got a bass, we've got the drums here, as you can see, and these are both just count as instrumentals. And then I can send it to the blockchain. Here we go. This is all super sped up. It's almost 350 megabytes that is being uploaded here. So it took about 5 minutes to go through this whole process, but it submits everything. And then I can go and check it out on chain. So you can see here that this is the various sections and stems. So these are all like the kind of core parts of the data structure. I'm just going to go and start querying some of these. So this is the full track, right? So I'm going to copy the ID. This is the ID for the full track. And I can go and check this out on the chain state here. So give it a search. And this is all of the data that's included in one of the transactions, right? All of this is important musical information as well as the hash for the transaction itself. And we can check out the storage now on IPFS. So this was actually uploaded to Web3 storage as well. and it's encrypted. So if I go and have a look at the file, you can see that it actually cannot be played. It's still loading, but now I'm looking at it, it's not able to be played because it's encrypted. Check out the track explorer, and these are all of the different parts of the binary tree. So this goes all the way down to an individual beat, and it will be very useful in the future. You can access the music itself through the music metaverse using your NFT license pass. And if you go up to the dock station, you can get yourself whitelisted, and then you're able to access the music. Check it out.
Absolutely insane. Really fantastic project. Yeah, that metaverse stuff at the end, absolutely wild. So huge congratulations to the music team for again making a phenomenal project. Huge congrats to them. So some of you noticed I might have done a little bit of spoiling. Apologies there, but you guys don't know which one's which, so we're gonna find out. Now we're gonna move on to our next project, our next winner here. And yeah, there is a absolute ton to that project. And once again, I already spoiled who the winner is, but it's okay. This is what I was gonna show next, anyways. So next, the DeFi winner is going to be the DeFi for the People project. So this is a project that we absolutely loved. Was really cool. A lot of DeFi projects out there are really confusing to people who don't understand them. So this project did some really intelligent investment strategies and some really intelligent DeFi products, but made them in a very digestible sense. So we're going to show their video now, and I'm going to do it a little bit more correct this time. So huge congrats to DeFi for the People. Let me share their slide here, or excuse me, their video. Now their video is actually muted, so I'm going to do a little talking over. So this is their protocol. As you can see, you look at it and it's already a little bit more beginner friendly, right? There's just a big begin button in the middle. It's in Spanish, but it asks some questions. Hey, like, what are you looking for in your investment strategy? How much do you want to invest, etc. Whereas a lot of other DeFi protocols, they just go, okay, we're a collateralized, derivatives product that enables you 10x leverage on the 7x42 chain, which can be really confusing. So their whole goal is to make it a lot more simple, a lot more easy to digest. And then after you kind of pick your strategy, it gives you some suggestions and lets you choose some of these really advanced DeFi financial products. And yeah, somebody commented, it looks really clean. It does. It looks really clean. You can choose how much you want to invest. They're choosing a recursive farming strategy here using WETH. Obviously, this is on the Ethereum Rinkeby chain. I'm sorry, my internet keeps going down a little bit. It's trying to stream a ton of stuff at the same time, stream me and stream the video. And this transaction takes a little bit. I'm gonna do a little fast forwarding here. Rinkeby was being a little bit slow when they filmed. But so they approved their WETH token, and then they confirmed their WETH token. And now their investment has been submitted, right? They can view on the Explorer, everything like that. And it allows new people to do these really fantastic new financial tools a little bit easier, right? And a lot of the strategies that they're using Chainlink obviously on the back end to do some of these really advanced financial products, to do some of these really advanced pieces. They got Morales for their front end, which is why it looks so clean. Just an absolute, just all around fantastic job. So huge congratulations here. Let me remove this from the screen. We'll swap back over the presentation now. So huge congratulations to DeFi for the people. Yeah, education, investing. This is what we see in a lot of traditional modern investing platforms, right? They have a lot of education, and that's what we need. So DeFi for the people. Huge congratulations. $25,000 in Link token to you. Huge congratulations. Next is going to be our Women in Tech prize. And the winner for Women in Tech goes to the Chainlink Relayers. Something that we absolutely loved about this project, we almost made this one of the services prizes, you'll see why in a second, is oracles are fantastic for doing something called meta transactions or gasless transactions, where a user can submit a transaction and then somebody else will pay the gas fees associated with it. And an Oracle network is a perfect way to do that in a trustless fashion. So this Chainlink Relayers project will show you kind of what that looks like, show you the front end that she built, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So let me pull that up now. Let me switch over to it. Just trying to not spoil any more stuff that I already spoiled. Can I make the quality better?
Chainlink Relayers is my proposed solution for decentralized meta transactions as a new potential Chainlink product. Hi, my name is Kira, and this is my submission for the Spring Chainlink Hackathon 2022. The purpose of Relayers is to leverage the existing high-quality Chainlink decentralized Oracle network validator set and provide a service which streamlines both users and developers' workflows by creating a service that is consistent with the existing services architecture and UI, so that it is very similar to Chainlink Keepers and VRF. That means that people don't need to understand a new way of doing things. If they already know how to work with it, then it'll be very easy to migrate over to Relayers and use this service. Along with this familiar user experience, it will also allow people to pay using the Link token. The existing solutions that are out there inspired me to create this potential Chainlink service so that we could streamline everything. And by using a decentralized Oracle network, using the existing Chainlink nodes, this removes the need for forwarder contracts, as with other existing meta transaction solutions. Relayers allows a user of a decentralized app to sign a message of the transaction that they wish to have relayed. Not that they necessarily will need to know that it's being relayed, but the app creators can define that certain transactions they want to be relayed, and then the users can sign the message to say, yeah, I want this to be done, say mint or whatever. And then this is sent on to the Oracle network, which will then check that the user is available for this transaction to be relayed, so that they pass certain checks that are enforced by the client when they submit their contracts for relay. They submit their contract to relay in a very similar way that you would submit a contract for upkeep via as with Keepers, it's the Keeper app, the registry app. And then with Relayers, you would have a very similar service where you submit your contracts along with some check data via the app you can see the design of here, which is completely identical to Keepers to keep things completely streamlined. And within that check data, you can specify which users will be eligible for their transactions to be relayed. So you could say if they are part of a certain group, may it be a VIP group, those users, their transactions can be relayed. So that is specified by the check data. And this allows a whole lot of flexibility because you can do multiple checks. You could have a global maximum number of relays in total, or you could have a maximum number of relays per user. You could limit it to certain users. So it's very adaptable, and this check data specification allows for that. You could submit contracts multiple times on the registry, just using different pieces of check data, and they would be submitted as separate IDs, which can then be cancelled and managed separately, which allows a whole lot of adaptability for the relay clients. So along with my submission for the hackathon, which I am very proud to announce, I am also proposing that this be a new Chainlink service, because from the developers that I know, this would be very, very useful, and they have kind of requested it. And also, this would require some interaction with people who know a lot about the Chainlink core client code to be able to connect it up with the existing Chainlink nodes to create a new decentralized Oracle network. So I would be very excited to hear all of your feedback and anything you would like to see or explained more. So thank you.
Absolutely huge congratulations there. Just a fantastic project, really fantastic project. And it's funny. Oh, sorry. It's funny because I had just gotten DM right before this got submitted saying, hey, we should do something with relayers, and boom, well enough, this came out. And so for some of you who are a little bit confused as to the value there, basically what you can do is you can sign a transaction and then just not send it to the blockchain and then have somebody else send it for you. And you might be thinking, okay, well, why would somebody want to do that? Well, think of it like this. Maybe you're a DAO, right? And you have 10,000 people voting, and you don't want to have 10,000 people have to spend gas every time they do a vote. So you say, hey, like just vote, we'll pay the costs, right? Or you want to encourage people to use your service, or you want to just do any really creative. You want to have a service where somebody doesn't have to pay crypto. Maybe they would just want to pay dollars. Maybe they want to sign some transactions, but they don't have any money in their wallet. There's so many use cases for this. It's absolutely phenomenal. So huge congratulations there. Yeah, we were thinking of giving you one of the services prizes, but Women in Tech pays more, so we put you on that one. So huge congratulations there. And let's move on to the next one. So huge congratulations. Oops, that's in the way. Sorry. Huge congratulations there. Now, next is going to be social impact, which is the prize, which is the project that created created something that helps the world in some meaningful way, right? Helps the world in some social impactful way. And the winner of that goes to Haptic DAO for building a protocol that allows visually impaired people to work with all of these amazing DeFi and blockchain and smart contract systems that we've built. And it's a DAO, right? So you have a DAO for disabled individuals, which is absolutely phenomenal. So huge congratulations to Haptic DAO. Let's put them on screen. Why don't we? I'm going to do the same process here again. Oops.
He stated.
1 second.
Sergey Nazarov opened this hackathon with a powerful statement. He stated that we as a space will redefine the relationship between users and services. There are 2.5 billion people globally who are in need of assistive products for all disabilities, according to the World Health Organization and UNICEF. Of that 2.5 billion, there are 49.1 million users who are blind or visually compromised. There is no single solution. What we need are initiatives in the space to allow for accessibility. We have some of the brightest minds and the best innovation in this space. Let us not port existing problems from Web 2 to Web 3. One such initiative we would like to humbly present to the Web 3 and blockchain community is Haptic DAO. Haptic DAO provides haptic feedback, voice command navigation, and audio playback to allow users with disabilities to participate in DeFi. Our team consists of 3 developers, myself, Mona, Daniel, and Chris. Without further ado, let's get haptic.
Entering the application. Dashboard.
On Haptic Dashboard, we can fetch our wallet balances or get the latest crypto prices. Prices are powered by Chainlink price feeds. First, we will log into our account.
Logged in.
Get wallet balance.
User has the following token balances in their connected wallet address. Portfolio balance of Ethereum is 0.0000. Portfolio balance of Ohm is 127. Portfolio balance of Haptic DAO is 75.
Get the price of Bitcoin.
Price of Bitcoin is 29,601.74.
The price of Link.
Price of Chainlink is 7.04.
Please note that non-visually impaired users may type the token ticker or name below.
Price of Ripple is 40 cents.
Now we're going to demo adding a proposal to the DAO. On submit, this will persist on chain. It's going to cost about 0.01 Ether to add this feature proposal. But once the transaction is complete, we will have this update.
Your proposal to the DAO for feature mobile UI with description improvements to the spacing and mobile UI design has been successfully submitted. Please wait for the transaction to persist to the blockchain. Upon completion, you will be able to view your proposal. Feature is 0.
So let's go ahead and upvote this score because this is a pretty important feature.
Feature mobile UI. This feature with improvements to the spacing and mobile UI design. The current score for this feature is 0. You have successfully upvoted the mobile UI feature.
Any interaction with this page will be persisted on chain.
Truflation is a data provider on Chainlink that provides up-to-date real market inflation rates. On Haptic Truflation, we allow users to select each category and hear its corresponding category rate.
The rate for YOY inflation is approximately 11.87%. The rate for transportation is 21.40%.
A Chainlink keeper's job is to sync the latest rates for users daily. Currently, it is configured to run every 5 minutes. Users may also select to manually sync the inflation data.
Now move on to the DEX. Currently, our user is logged into their wallet and is on Rinkabai testing network.
DEX.
When we switch to the DEX, they will be prompted to switch to Polygon mainnet. Quote 5 of Matic to DAI.
Amount of DAI you would be receiving for 5 of Matic is 3.
Okay, let me check my wallet balance. I currently have 24 Matic and 0 DAI. So let's go ahead and make that swap. Swap 5 of Matic to DAI. My MetaMask wallet is prompted and we're going to confirm. And we can see that the swap has been completed. We have just successfully done a swap via voice command. For all other users, again below, we have integrated Uniswap into our application as well.
Haptic DAO is a web app and is not currently optimized for mobile. We will be creating a separate React native app for mobile users. Here, I would like to demo haptic feedback.
DEX.
Absolutely insane, right? Voice activated swapping, voice activated DEX, voice activated wallet to help disabled individuals work with DeFi, work with our industry, and just make everything much more accessible. So massive congratulations to Haptic DAO for building such a cool project, right? Cool project, and something that will definitely help many, many individuals as the project progresses. So huge congratulations there to Haptic DAO. Next on our list, speaking of DAOs though, is the DAO prize. So let's move on to the DAO prize. So $20,000 for the DAO prize goes to OX Audition. Huge congratulations to OX Audition. They built a DAO built around audits. As many people know, in DeFi and in smart contracts, having your code audited by professionals is a crucial step before deploying to mainnet, before going live with it. You want to do a security-focused review. So this team created a DAO built around creating these agreements, creating these audits for people. So let's throw them on the board.
Hello, we are 0x Audition, a decentralized protocol for incentivized auditing and gathering open source intelligence on smart contracts and crowdfunding bug bounties and selling insurance for those contracts. Here on the homepage, we see we need to first connect to the wallet. Okay, so I'll do that, connecting to MetaMask. There is currently this big bug bounty sponsored by Chainlink with lots of prizes for auditing their contracts. And then down here we see that there's a lot of money deposited waiting to be earned. And then over here is the amount that's already been earned by people. So let's go check it out. So here we see some projects that are listed, and these have funds, and people can go here to provide intelligence and then earn money from that. So on the project list, we have some active registered projects. We can create a new one if we want to. So call it new project, let's say, something here. And this just needs to be a valid contract. And then now if I register that, it goes through and that appears here. The contract that I put in there, it gets scanned, or sorry, some information about it gets scanned from Etherscan. So I can also register multiple projects multiple contracts for one project, so they all go together. So let's see. First, let's say we want to create an insurance fund for this project. First, we need to say put some money down, and then in this case, it's going to be insurance, and we want it to pay out a certain amount, 5 times as much as the premium that's collected in this case. So need to approve that. And then I'll deposit the funds into the project, and now those funds are there. So let's see. If we want, we could also add more contracts here, but we already have 2, so that's enough. Next, I will simulate claiming insurance against already deposited insurance fund. So here, so I just need to select the contract that was exploited, let's say, and okay, so now I can make a claim against this, and that went through. So that appears there. So this was all happening on localhost, but these contracts are deployed on Rinkeby. So to switch, and then now we have this setup on Tally, showing the proposals. every time there's a claim made that gets created, a proposal gets created for that claim, then that would appear here. So at least in theory. So one claim got created, and then a proposal for it appears here, and then when that goes to a DAO vote, if the DAO votes, the DAO of all the audition token holders votes to approve the claim for the insurance, saying that yeah, that was a valid claim, then that will get passed, and then it goes to the keeper that's registered here for a contract, and then the all the proposals that get approved for claim payouts will be automatically paid out by the keeper here, and that is basically how it works. Thanks for watching.
Fantastic job to LOX Edition. Just great. Like a DAO using keepers to incentivize these DAOs to help keep our DeFi, keep our blockchain, keep our smart contracts safe. So huge congratulations there. Now, our next is going to be the services prize. Now, there were 3 services prizes. There was a $10,000 one, a $7,500 one, and a $5,000 one. So the 3 services prize winners go to Node Ops in first place, Polynodes in second place, and Chainlink Job Specs Viz. These are all services that help developers, help Chainlink developers in some meaningful way. Each one of these was absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend you go on DevPost to check these out. They did really, really cool stuff, especially if you're building stuff with Chainlink. So we're only going to show the Node Ops one because we don't have time to show all 3. But let's jump right into the Node Ops one. Let me switch over to that.
Hello, we are NodeOps, Chainlink Jobs on Demand. Our goal is to make it as easy as possible for a user to run a Chainlink job. So what is the problem? Developers are not savvy enough to run their own Chainlink nodes. A significant DevOps resource are required to create and maintain these nodes. And this takes time away from developing the decentralized application. Most of the time is the developer also hosting the external adapter on their own server. A developer can go to a node operator, but then he's always dependent on them. When the developer moves to another chain, needs to change some input or output parameters, or want to bring new data on chain. And for node operators, they're giving their time and resources to developers. For example, Linkriver hosted my external adapter purely out of goodness of their heart and completely free. But this is not always the case. Node operators have no certainty if developers move on after each hackathon, leaving jobs unused. And they have not really an incentive to support jobs on testnet. The solution: on-demand jobs for testnets. The user picks an API endpoint and can add or change parameters or headers. Also, the user is able to add Chainlink tasks with just a click. After that, the user only needs to select the chain he is interested in, pay a small amount, and we respond with the Oracle and job ID. So the pain points are removed. For a developer, can add, modify any numbers of external adapter and don't need to host the external adapter by themselves. Also, move to a new chain is simplified. For a node operator, he can make some revenue for the service provided. Dormant jobs can be removed. And it's predictable in terms of server load for testnet nodes. And now let's start with the demo. So the first thing you will see is our landing page. And for authentication, you need to sign in with your wallet. After the authentication, you will redirect it to our dashboard. And now let's create a job. I will recreate the Chainlink example for price feed with a small twist. I only need to copy paste the URL into the UI, and now I can already test how the external adapter response would look like. Now I'm changing the from symbol parameter from a static parameter to a dynamic parameter that I can set it in Solidity. I can also set headers, for example, for API keys, but for this example, we don't need it. Now let's add some tasks. The first task is JSON parse, and let me quick look how the parses look like. And yeah, data USD. The next task is multiply, and I want to multiply the result by 100. And the last task is if ABR encode, and there I choose the type I wanted to have in Solidity. And the last thing is to choose the chain we want to deploy to. And now we created a Chainlink job in under a minute. Now let's test the job in Solidity. I prepared a small smart contract that is based on the A testnet consumer from Chainlink, where I can set the Chainlink address in the constructor for beta testing and a third parameter inside the request method that is used as a from simple for the external adapter. I can copy paste the Oracle and job ID with just a click. And now let's request the AVAX USD price from our just created Chainlink job. And here you can see that it's working. And now let's change it to another chain with just another click. I only need to edit the current job and select the new chain I want to deploy to. And that's it. Now let's test it again on a Mumbai testnet with the previous smart contract. But now I will request the ETH price. And here you can see that it worked. In the front end, you can also see the runs and if there were any errors. You can also see the TOML job specification for better debugging. And that's it. This is our Chainlink Hackathon entry. We have currently 4 nodes running and hope to help as much people as we can. Thank you for your time and hopefully we see us soon.
Wild, absolutely wild. Almost like not only like Node as a service, but Node and Job as a service. So fantastic project for anybody who has worked with Chainlink APIs or worked with Node operators and worked with building their own feeds or their own solutions. The Node part is definitely one of the trickiest parts. So a solution like this, absolutely massive, huge, huge, huge. Congratulations to the Node Ops team there. And congratulations to everybody in the services category as well. Tons of fun. I want to use that. I want to use that tool right now. So let's jump back in because we have one left. So congratulations to everybody who won a services prize. Let's jump into the final winner, the grand prize winner of the Chainlink Hackathon. This was a project that absolutely blew us away, and we are so excited for the future of where this project is going and what they're going to be doing with it. The winner of the Chainlink Hackathon 2022 spring. That's spring. I'm going to do a drum roll. I want to do a drum roll. Is VM Tree. Huge congratulations to VM Tree, and you are all about to see why we are so excited about VM Tree. My quick summary of this project is they allow the use of Merkle tree computation happen off-chain to make it incredibly cheap to work with these Merkle trees and work with these Verkle trees and work with these really, really computationally intensive, algorithmically intensive processes. Now, what can that do? Well, they'll explain it in the video, but this could do something like allow for privacy mixers like tornado.cash to happen off-chain, where you get that, where you get kind of that phrase or that password to anonymously and privately swap your token. So this is a absolutely huge, absolutely fantastic project, and you're about to see why. So let me put them on the screen and they'll explain it much better than I did. But yeah, just a phenomenal project here.
Hey everyone, this is Verifiable Merkle Trees, a project for the Spring 2022 Chainlink Hackathon. Blockchains have long used Merkle trees to verify transactions. They are practical, efficient, and they ensure data has not been tampered with. To briefly explain the concept, we have to go back to fundamentals. We have many transactions which make up a block. A series of blocks comprises a blockchain. The block gets run through a hashing function, and a hash is produced. In our example, hash A. Hash A is used with information in the next block to compute hash B, and this pattern repeats. Each hash is dependent on the previous hash, and this is how the integrity of the blockchain is verified. In a Merkle tree, these series of hashes are called leaves. And the hashing doesn't end there. Hash A and B are run through their own hashing function, and the same happens with C and D, and these parent hashes become branches. In our example, these are hashed together once more to become the root. Roots, branches, leaves. These are the different levels of a simple Merkle tree. Merkle trees can be used with a snark-friendly hash function to construct proofs in zero knowledge, which means that the proof can be created without revealing which data is inside the transaction and which wallets are part of it. The resulting Merkle proof allows you to prove that your address or data is part of a set without revealing secrets in the set. Zero-knowledge Merkle proofs enable some truly amazing use cases that we'll discuss later. So what's the problem? Some Layer 1 blockchains have extremely high demand. Essentially, the demand for block space exceeds supply, and with that comes high gas fees. Snark-friendly Merkle trees require specialized smart contracts to operate. Combining high gas fees with expensive computations makes on-chain privacy mechanisms inaccessible for many users. The solution is VMtree. Chainlink's hyper-reliable Oracle framework enables a new paradigm of verifiable off-chain computation. Chainlink's decentralized Oracle network replaces a smart contract implementation with minimal trust thanks to snark-powered cryptographic truth. The verifiable Merkle tree is a new kind of data abstraction that can only be updated using snarks. In essence, each update is a living proof to its validity or its cryptographic truth. Thus, it maintains computational integrity. Affordable, snark-friendly Merkle trees empower anonymous applications by making them accessible to more users by reducing fees massively. Let's examine some potential use cases. ZK Merkle proofs allow anonymous airdrops, where the issuer has no knowledge of which wallets received the airdrop. Privacy mixers. Many users pool funds into a common smart contract, and by using a ZK Merkle proof, outside observers cannot tell the source of the funds on each withdrawal, providing users with simple on-chain privacy. Governance in your DAO with voting. One issue in token voting systems is that the votes are transparent and public. With VMtree, votes can be counted without knowing who cast them. And a slew of other exciting use cases like picking lottery winners, NFTs, and NFT attributes. And now we'll head to the browser for a demo of the application. Here we are in the admin panel where smart contract developers can deploy and maintain their VM trees. And for me, these are below. Each one of these controllers is a smart contract which can support a different use case, like a privacy mixer or an airdrop. So let's deploy a new one, give it a name, the controller's wallet address, and in order to deploy VMtree, you need one Chainlink token, which will pre-fund you for 10 updates. And I'm going to go ahead and confirm. Check back in a moment. I've refreshed the page, scrolled down, and here is my new VMtree. Hope you enjoyed the demo, and thank you for your time.
Just absolutely insane. Oh, sorry. Just absolutely insane, right? Allowing for privacy mixers, anonymous airdrops, anonymous voting and governance, which is a huge, huge issue. Whenever it comes to voting, if people can see who's voting, then they can always be coerced to bullying tactics and make sure that people vote a certain way. So anonymous voting solves a massive, massive problem in the system. And for those of you who are curious, it's this VMtree system that they described that is going to be used in the protocol called Twister Cash, which is using this verifiable Merkle tree to build this privacy mixer for tokens, which is incredibly exciting. So VMtree absolutely blew us away. Just really, really cool. And Chainlink enables this system to have this 10x gas efficiency by moving a lot of that computation off chain, and allows for a lot of that anonymity, right? Oracles are absolutely fantastic for doing things like this. So absolutely blown away. We are really, really excited to see what this protocol does in the future. And just huge congratulations to VMtree. And with that, the Chainlink Hackathon 2022 spring has come to an end. This has been fantastic. This has been an awesome hackathon. All those projects we just saw, they all blew us away. I mean, every year, every hackathon, I'm like, oh my goodness, they just keep getting better and better, right? I've never seen something like that, right? Like and somebody said in the notes, in the comments here, explanation was fantastic, right? They explained this Merkle tree incredibly well. So I want to just give a huge thank you once again, and I know I've done it 100 times, to everybody who participated, everybody who's here right now. Again, it's these hackathons, it's these events, it's you participating that make these happen and make these come to life. So thank you so much, everybody, for participating, for being with us here, for watching these projects win. Again, this is the first time they've been announced, so now I got to go follow up with them via email. But just we are so excited that everyone came, participated. So just one more massive thank you to everybody who participated, and congratulations. If you submitted something, you took that step to learn, to grow, and you should be proud of yourself, and you should give yourself your congratulations as well, whether or not you got a prize. So huge congratulations. So a thank you and congratulations to everybody who was a part of this hackathon, and then of course congratulations to the prize winners. So thank you all. Congrats. Like I said, we'll be following up with the prize winners via email. The rest of the sponsor prizes will be announced sporadically as they finish judging the tons and tons of projects that submitted. And we'll see you all next time. Thank you so much. Good morning, good night, wherever you are. And we'll see you at the next Chainlink Hackathon.